Succulents are hugely popular, and it's easy to see why. These fascinating plants bring a touch of the desert into our homes and gardens. Their fleshy leaves, intriguing shapes, and vibrant colors create a captivating display.
Best of all, succulents are low-maintenance champions, thriving on neglect and forgiving of forgetful waterings. Growing succulents in containers offers a world of possibilities. Whether you have a sprawling garden or a cozy balcony, you can create stunning miniature landscapes with these adaptable plants.
Imagine a collection of terracotta pots overflowing with succulents, transforming a dull patio into a Mediterranean oasis. Or picture a vintage teacup, now home to a tiny, thriving echeveria, adding a touch of whimsy to your windowsill.
The beauty of container gardening lies in its versatility. You can easily move your succulents around to follow the sun, create seasonal displays, or simply admire them up close. With a little creativity and these handy tips, you'll be well on your way to mastering the art of succulent displays, both indoors and out.
So, let's gather our materials and embark on this exciting horticultural adventure together.
Before we unleash our inner gardeners, let's gather the essential tools and materials for our succulent planting endeavor. Fear not, you won't need a garden shed full of equipment.
First and foremost, we need the right soil. Succulents prefer a well-draining mix that doesn't retain excess moisture. Look for specialist cactus and succulent potting mix at your local garden center. This blend usually contains ingredients like perlite, pumice, or sand to improve drainage and prevent root rot.
Next, let's talk containers. The options are truly limitless. Clay pots, ceramic bowls, vintage teacups, or even recycled tin cans. Anything goes, as long as it has drainage holes. Remember, succulents don't like soggy feet.
Finally, we'll need a few basic tools. A hand trowel for scooping and transferring soil, a watering can with a gentle rose for watering, and some horticultural grit or small pebbles for top dressing. The top dressing not only adds a decorative touch, but also helps prevent the soil from splashing onto the leaves during watering.
Now that we have our tools and materials assembled, let's move on to the exciting part, planting our succulents.
With our materials ready, it's time to give those succulents a loving home. Choose a workspace with plenty of natural light. Gently remove the succulent from its nursery pot, carefully loosening any tightly bound roots.
Fill your chosen container with the succulent potting mix, leaving about an inch of space below the rim. Create a small well in the center. Gently place the succulent inside and backfill with soil, ensuring the base of the plant sits level with the top of the soil.
Using your fingers, lightly tamp down the soil around the base of the succulent to secure it in place. Avoid burying the leaves or stem, as this can lead to rot. Sprinkle a layer of horticultural grit or pebbles on top of the soil for a decorative touch and to prevent moisture loss.
And there you have it, your very own potted succulent. Now let's learn how to arrange them for maximum visual impact. Section 4. Designing with succulents. Unleash your inner artist. Arranging succulents in containers is where your creativity can truly shine. Think of your container as a miniature landscape and the succulents as your paintbrushes.
Start by choosing a variety of succulents with different colors, textures, and heights. Mix and match rosette-shaped echeverias with trailing sedums, spiky haworthias, and plump crassulas. The possibilities are endless.
When arranging your succulents, consider the overall balance and harmony of the composition. Play with different heights and textures to create visual interest. Leave some space between the plants to allow for growth and to showcase their unique shapes.
Don't be afraid to experiment. You can create themed displays, such as a desert oasis with sand and rocks, a woodland scene with moss and pebbles, or a colorful fiesta with brightly colored succulents. Remember, there are no right or wrong answers. Let your imagination guide you and have fun with it.
Section 5. Indoor verses. Outdoor care keeping your succulents thriving. Succulents are renowned for their low-maintenance nature, but they'll thrive even more with proper care. The key is to mimic their native desert environment as much as possible.
Outdoors, succulents bask in bright, direct sunlight. Choose a location in your garden or on your balcony that receives at least 6 hours of sunshine daily. Water them deeply but infrequently, allowing the soil to dry out completely between waterings.
Indoors, place your succulent containers near a sunny window where they can soak up those precious rays. Rotate the pots regularly to ensure even growth. Water sparingly, about once a month, or whenever the soil feels dry to the touch.
Whether indoors or outdoors, watch for signs of overwatering, such as mushy leaves or stem rot. Remember, it's always better to underwater than overwater succulents. With a little care and attention, your succulent displays will reward you with vibrant colors, intriguing textures, and endless enjoyment for years to come.
So, go forth, unleash your inner gardener, and experience the joy of growing these fascinating and low-maintenance plants.